This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
All right. Well, Jess Hilarious has made an official statement regarding the Sikh and Muslim community. Now, originally, she had said this while she was getting on a plane.
We're on our flight. Where are you going? Where are you going?
She spotted some men wearing turbans, and it just led to a whole lot more that happened after that.
If you're not scared of Nick Cannon in a turban, you shouldn't be scared of those men in the turbans.
Right.
Okay?
So she was very defensive at first when people came at her, but here is what she is saying now. She made an official statement which she read on her Instagram page, and she read this from her phone.
Sadly, I had no knowledge of the tragedy in New Zealand until after my video, which doesn't in any way excuse my behavior. I already know that. I'm sorry to the Sikhs. I'm sorry to the Muslim. I've never been a person who bashes religion. I was unaware of Sikhs as well. A lot of them reached out to me, educating me on who they are and, you know, what they stand for. I didn't know that. Honestly, I'm young. And I don't understand the power that I have. At the same time, I didn't get anybody kicked off of a plane.
Look, Jess is dead wrong, and she knows it, but I still think we have to get to the root of the prejudice, the root of the Islamophobia, because American media does a lot of fear-mongering when it comes to Muslims and Islam, and some people buy into that.
And it's just important to realize that just because you're Muslim, that does not mean that you're a terrorist in any way. As a matter of fact, Muslims hate terrorists.
Well, that's
just like anyone else does.
That's why it's up for people to change the perception and the narrative, because American media does a great job of fear-mongering when it comes to Muslims.
All right, now let's talk about Fyre. I know you guys love talking about this Fyre documentary that was on Netflix. Well, now they're actually going to be auctioning off real Fyre Festival branded T-shirts, sweatpants, sweatshirts, hats, wristbands, and medallions, all kinds of things that were in their New York office. The boxes of items were turned over by Billy McFarland's attorney while he's sitting in jail, and the money from the sale is going to go back to the victims. So they're saying you can buy things like the priciest thing is a Fyre Festival wristband. That bid starts at $1,000. You can actually get a Fyre Festival hat for $600. That's a lot. I actually have a Fyre Festival hat.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
But, yeah. All right.
How much is Fyre head from Andy, though? That's what people really want to know.
You said you want what?
They ain't put that price out there.
Oh, my God. We got to get Andy up here. All right, now let's discuss Trina and Trick Daddy. They were on Love and Hip Hop Miami yesterday, and the reunion as well. And Trick Daddy's having a lot of things he's going through with his wife. I guess they're separated. He's been, according to her, having women in the house, all kinds of things. And she just wants a divorce. And he is ready to sign those papers, but he doesn't want to give her any money. And then we find out who helped her pay for her divorce.
I'm glad you're putting out the solo album now, because maybe we can finish our. You know what my problem is? Studio is not interested in me. So I need some Patron.
Okay.
I need a stripper pole in there.
Hello, everybody.
You
should try to get a divorce first. You want the strippers and the stripper poles, but you still got a wife lingering around. You should get rid of the wife, and I'm gonna make it a little easier for you. My beautiful cousin gave me the rest of the money that I needed for the divorce.
I don't want to deal with it no more. I gave her the money to divorce you. So guess what? The divorce is final, and you're gonna bring me out, so it's time for you to go.
Who paid for the divorce?
Trina actually helped Trick Daddy's wife, Joy, pay for the divorce. So
Why Trina getting involved in that?
I mean, they're like family. So I guess they've known each other for a really long time, and she's helping out.
If you can't afford to divorce me, then we together. All right, until you get this money.
I don't think he wants to be with her either, though. They don't live in the house together or anything. But he's just not trying to give her any money for anything. So she did help out. And it got very feisty on the reunion show yesterday. All right, Aretha Franklin's estate versus Wendy Williams. Now, Wendy Williams went on her show and said some irresponsible things about Aretha Franklin's movie. You know, they have this Amazing Grace movie that was shot in 1972. It's a performance that's going to hit screens nationwide next month. And here's what Wendy had to say.
There's this new movie that Aretha never wanted any of us to see, but it's finally gonna hit the big screen. Literally, this is footage from the documentary. If you're looking for more camera shots, you're not gonna get it. Now, you know, Miss Franklin, she was very into her showgirl glamour and stuff. This is just regular makeup for her. Where, you know, she would want the pressed hair and the done lashes and a good outfit and her background people to be fabulous. This is done, you guys, this is a one camera shot. They want you to go to the movies to see this.
Well, the estate of Aretha Franklin has Fyre back. They said that originally Franklin had initially imposed an injunction on Amazing Grace. Her objections had nothing to do with its quality. Negotiations were incomplete at the time of her death, according to their statement, and they felt like it was irresponsible that Wendy Williams was saying these things that they said just aren't true. They also said 1972 was the era of Black power and Black is beautiful. In her short, natural hair and simple makeup, Miss Franklin was in step with the times and appropriate to the occasion. There was no showgirl glamour, no pressed hair, and no eyelashes, the lack of which Wendy Williams ridiculed on her program. Now, here's what else Wendy Williams had to say.
Miss Franklin, she had her family surrounding her. You know, her son was her manager and her niece was, you know, head of security. And that's a great thing because it really does make you feel coddled and at home when you're on the road. On the other hand, when you don't have real professional people doing real professional things for you, sometimes you lose out. When Miss Franklin passed away, it was no secret that the finances were a mess. And I would imagine that now the bill collectors are like, okay, rest in peace, Aretha Franklin, but we still need our money for this.
Well, the family has responded to that also. Now, what they are saying to that, they said it's through the approval of the estate and the efforts of the film's producers that it's finally being seen. The public rollout for The Amazing Grace, which includes screenings at African-American museums and Black churches this month, has received support from African-American pastors and fans across the country. And while Franklin had initially imposed that injunction, again, that was only because negotiations were incomplete at the time of her death. So they're saying that they are not having issues with finances and basically just stop lying.
I don't know what the hell Wendy talking about. I'm watching that documentary. Okay,
I love Aretha.
I enjoy documentaries like that, especially when they're from that actual time period and they got footage from that time period. I'm watching. I knew nothing about Sam Cooke till I watched that Sam Cooke.
That documentary
that
amazing.
documentary was great.
And that was amazing. Okay.
So I got to see this.
Yeah,
I remember when they
Sam
sold
Cooke, too.
Aretha's house not that long ago in Detroit, and it had the huge rose on the carpet in the front. And I was like, they should have made that a museum. They should have made Berry Gordy's house a museum in Detroit.
I watched Teddy Pendergrass's documentary on Showtime.
I ain't see Teddy yet.
I'm definitely watching Aretha Franklin.
All right, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report.